Sorry. If I don't sing high enough, he starts to sing an octave lower. So now I fail.
What page?
Yeah. It's page 58.
Koti Chandra timer and the verb.
Thank you so much. On the dark side. Is English? 82. Page 82.
Welcome everyone. We're so happy to have Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanta Maharaj.
First time on this island.
First time on this island. 4 days now. 4 evenings we can have as association.
Sorry.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
We needed you to come. All in distress.
Blazing fire, material existence.
Yes.
That is everywhere, but how much we are realizing that's important. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaur Chandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Shwe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikant Radhakant Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Oh. Thank you. Vrindai Tulasi Devi Priyai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namaha Vishwasarg Visargadi Navlaksha Lakshitam Krishnakhyam Paramadham Jagadham Namamiyat Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. More loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. My humble obeisances at the divine lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj, Nitla Vishnom Vishnupar Stotashat, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitla Vishnom Vishnupad Bhakti Vedanshila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Nitla Vishnom Vishnupad Bhakti Vigyanshila Bharti Goswami Maharaj. My innumerable Dandvat Pranams, the divine lotus feet of the founder of Gaudiya Math, Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and all his prominent associates, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. My obeisances to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates, to Shri Radha Govindev and all his associates, to all senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, my god brother, my god sisters. I'm so happy to see all of you. First time on this island. I was been coming big island so many years, but I don't know, some inspiration came. The plan, the schedule, even prior to the fire. It's not that it happened and that's why I'm here. The schedule was already there. And then I heard this sad news at this Lahaina. Yeah. So devotees are saying, I came a good time. It's a good timing. when something happens in our life particularly or universally, we remember Krishna most. And we come to understand the reality of our life, which is so strange that often we forget because of many reasons. We are very busy, not in maintaining our life, but maintaining our comforts and luxuries and maintaining our desires, which are endless, and there's no end to those desires. And because of that busyness, we forget that we don't own this island, we don't own this place, we don't own this body. This belongs to someone else. And we are strangers here. We are just guests here. So I don't know from where to start with, but tomorrow or day after because I'm here, today's first day, 3 more nights, I like to at least 30 minutes with all devotees. I want to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra Sankirtan for those who really got affected with this calamity. That's the only best way we can give our credits to them, spiritual credits to them. Those who lost their lives, those who lost their homes, their wealth, and many other problems. Yeah, we can all pray to Krishna, because with this idea, someone may say, that's not the help about. Help is when you give some money, some clothing, some food. Of course that is. But there is another help from the prospect of sadhus. Just like I gave example of my Gurudev's Gurudev, Param Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. In his life history, it happened so one time there was a big flood in India. And people got homeless. They were literally taking some of their very valuable belongings on their head, and they were in waters like this. And ministers on helicopters, after flood was over and after all the helps were given, then they're coming to visit to see how people, if they survive or they're dead. And Param Gurudev, now it is very difficult to digest, but that's the prospect of a sadhu, which is very subtle and full of gravity, and which is not in a gross in nature, because generally we understand things when they are gross in nature. Okay, I help you, you help me. Very good friendship. You help me, I didn't help you. Oh, that's not polite. So it's a very gross level. But there's other level, which called subtle level, which is very subtle in nature. So Param Gurudev, he also came in that area, and he saw everyone is homeless. And how he's helping people? By asking some small donations from them. Can you imagine? People are homeless, they have nothing, and Param Gurudev asking, even if just one piece of small rice, even if you have just one little penny, whatever you have, just give me. Such strange, right? And the minister called upon him, come here. What are you doing? These people are already suffering so much. Huh? He said, these people are suffering? Param Gurudev said, can't you see water everywhere? And Param Gurudev replied, water? I'm seeing smoke. And he said, where is smoke? He said, in your mouth, because he was smoking cigar. This is how you going to help these people? You smoking? What are you trying to show? He said, okay, forget about me. But what you doing? You asking people something when they are already lost everything? He said, yes. Because my idea, my prospect is higher than yours. I fully believe in my Lord. Yeah. This whole creation is been done by Him. He's the owner. He's the master. He's supreme. I'm just collecting some little, one piece of rice or whatever they can give me. And I'm going to offer to my Lord and pray to Him to give them home and give them concept to live a very happy life. You guys cannot give that concept. But my Lord can give. I fully believe in Him. So if you believe or you don't believe, but everywhere, everyone, they do believe in dollars, right? And in dollars is written, in God we trust. Yeah. So where's the trust? In God we trust. I believe green color, crispy dollar, but I don't believe what is written in that dollar. In God we trust.
That's in God we trust. All others must pay cash.
Must pay cash. So, Param Gurudev was collecting this. I'm going to offer everything to Mahaprabhu and He's going to take care of everyone. I fully believe the Lord. Very strange, huh? But this is a concept of sadhu. Even I can't conceive that. For me it's difficult to understand. But a personality of that level, his dealings cannot be on ordinary level. So it's a very high level of understanding. As we say, yatha taror mool nishchanen trapandi tas kandubuch shakha. If we just water the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. But we have no understanding. I don't have that understanding. And to understand this, we need association of higher class, on a certain level class, association. They can elevate our consciousness and our concept to that level. That doesn't mean, don't think otherwise, that I don't believe in helping people. We do help. I remember 1999, there was a big cyclone which hit Jagannath Puri, and I was there. I was serving my Guru Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj was 102 years old that time. And we can't even take him anywhere. He was in his room, and the cyclone hit with a speed of 250 miles per hour. And the government already announced, so we can't do anything. And even if you're going to escape, run, you can't escape. So we just believe in the mercy of Jagannath. Let us all pray to him. Understand? We got panicked because Guru Maharaj was there. How are we going to take him? Where are we going to take him? No flights, nothing. We just all pray to Jagannath. The whole Jagannath Puri, because they are all devotees. And the Lord of the universe sitting right there. Everyone is praying Jagannath. You know. And to a surprise, our center is just at the ocean. Like center, road and the ocean. That's all. Just at the seashore. So we were just praying Jagannath, please save everyone. And to a surprise, what happened? Because of the wind, the course of that hurricane changed its direction. Just a totally different direction, somehow. Didn't hit Puri, but other cities outskirts of Puri. And not even a tulsi plant got uprooted. Imagine. That's a potency. That's the prayers of all the people there in Jagannath Puri. But all other towns which got affected with this, people got homeless and all, we did care for them. We prepared prasadam. Means we cooked so much in big trucks. We used to take those pots and offering to Jagannath and give them prasadam. We gave them prasadam, clothing and all. We also gave help. But help from Krishna means the prasadam, not direct help. Prasadam help. Anything offered to the Lord. And praying to Jagannath for the mercy of everyone. So looks like the same thing. It's just food. It's just about the food. But it's not about the food. It's something higher level. It's about prasadam. And praying to the Lord for everyone's welfare. And this is the nature of sadhu. Big heart and for everyone. So suppose if I go to Lahaina and help people there, then it's acknowledged that I'm giving help to them. But see the life of a sadhu. Srila Prabhupada, who came to Western world, Srila Gurudev, are they not helping people? It's only when if any area or town get affected and if we supply something to them, some money to them, and that's the help about? Is that the help? Is the only help? Our acharyas, in that advanced age, they give up the most favorite place of their residence, sacrifice that. Understand? Shri Vrindavan Dham. Imagine when Srila Prabhupada leaving Vrindavan Dham, coming to New York, to America for preaching. Is that easy? It's a great sacrifice. Sacrifice for whom? For those people, means the entire humanity, not one country, one town, one city, one village. Those who are already burning and there's a fire everywhere. There's fire everywhere, wildfire. And we sing every morning. Samsara dava navanida loka tranaya karunya ghana ghana tvam praptyasya kalyana gunana vasya vande guru shi charanaravindam vande guru shi charanaravindam vande guru shi charanaravindam vande guru shi charanaravindam vande guru shi charanaravindam. Samsara dava. There's fire, wildfire everywhere, everywhere. So no one is safe. We all are burning and afflicted with this fire, even though if we are in waters, but there's fire. But how to understand and realize this? This is all about association. This to understand, actually, it's fire. So, is there fire in us or not? This body, the gross body, is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, ether, sky. So fire is already there. But fire has its own identity, its own entity. But a small portion fire is present in us. But there is fire in relationships. There is fire in reciprocations. There's always a burning effect everywhere. When Shri Guru comes, giving us a higher concept to how to live a life. Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj is saying right there, die to live. Die to live. Not live to die. Die to live. That's the only way to extinguish that fire with a higher concept, because we're going to come back again in this world. That's not the last time. Again we're going to come in this world, and again we're going to die. And coming and going, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Birth and death, birth and death. It's not the first time it's happening to us. It's been happened so many times. It's going to happen so many times. That's the fire. How to extinguish that? Association with a high concept. Proper understanding. Who am I? Very strange question. It's appropriate to ask, who are you? But that's a very strange asking someone, who am I? Oh, I'm Rupa Manohar. I'm Chiranjeev. I'm Dayanidhi. I'm Maharaj. That's not my identity. Jive Sarupa hai Krishnera Nitya Das. Krishna Tatastha Shakti Bheda Bhed Prakash. Jiva Sarupa hai Krishner. We are eternal servant of Krishna. Kyo mane, na mane, sakala tar das. If anyone believes or don't believe, doesn't matter. You believe or don't believe. But the fact is fact. The objective truth is truth. The ultimate truth is truth. And what is that truth? Krishna is the master, supreme, and we are the servant of Krishna. And the other bitter truth is, Prani nam mrityum dhruvam. One who has taken birth, certainly going to die. You can't escape. Prani nam mrityum dhruvam. That's the truth. So what to do? Start dying? Stop eating? Jump in ocean? No. How to live? Die to live. Very important. It's just not a lecture. We are not here just for delivering a lecture. But this is something very important to understand and to realize. Most important point. Realize. Death is very near to me. How many of us we realize this? Death is so close to me. Because we all are old. Not those who have grey hairs are old. Or aging is old. Even a young boy, a young girl, even a baby in the womb, old. What is the definition of old? One who is close to death is called old, right? A child in the womb is called fetus. And what's the next stage? Infant. The next one? Toddler. Next? Next? Teenager. And then? Not immediately old. After teenager? Adult. Young adult. Adult. Right. And? Middle age? Advanced age? Old age? And what's the next step? No more fetus, no more toddler, no more young age, nothing. The next step is? So tell me, who is not near to death? Who is not? Don't we hear child in the womb? Don't we hear miscarriages? Don't we hear infants? They never turned old. Why they died? So, Praninam Mrityum Dhruvam. Who can save us from this? It's only Lord. No one else. Even the president of the country can't save you. He himself can't save himself. Any great doctor can't save you. Only Lord can save you. Only Krishna can save us. Is there any evidence? Yes. In the pastimes of Krishna, Krishna went to Gurukul. And his Guru name? Sandipani Muni. Right? Krishna Balram both went to Gurukul and they both learned for 64 arts in 64 days. 64 arts in 64 days. And to a surprise, Guru Sandipani Muni was so astonished. How come these young ones can learn so much? It takes one lifetime to learn one art. What strange boys. They're learning 64 arts in 64 days. They're not ordinary, I doubt. Not doubt, but I believe they're God. But Sandipani Muni was not understanding. He was Shaivite. He was a worshipper of Shiva. So he was not able to understand Krishna Balaram is God. He just believed they are my students. But they're very sharp. They're very active. But 64 arts in 64 days, very surprising. He fully realized they are God. They can't be human being. So he came to his wife, Guru Mata, and told her, listen carefully. These boys, Krishna Balram, they're not ordinary. They're God. They're going to come to me to give something because I gave so much affection and teachings. And as etiquette, everyone comes and give back Guru Dakshina. I'm not going to ask anything. But if they come to you, be careful in asking. Just don't ask any ordinary, insignificant thing. Ask which only God can give. And exactly that happened. Krishna Balram came to Gurudev. Oh Gurudev, you taught us so much. We learned so much from you. Showing humility. Krishna Balram, he knows everything, right? They know all the arts. But they're showing to us, to sadhakas, how one should feel gratitude to our Guru who's teaching us each and every step, the art of living. How we should live, how we should eat, how we should sleep, how we should live a life. Especially the devotional life, how we should chant, how we should read scriptures, how should we react on unfavorable circumstances, how you have to be very sober in all situations. Every details is given by Shri Guru. Why? He wants his disciples on the top of the world. He don't want to make his disciple a servant. But by allowing him to serve, he wants to make his servant, his disciple, a guru. To see him on the top of the world, developing all qualities. And Guru knows only by serving me or getting training from me is going to learn everything. Therefore, he is showing his affection. Each and every aspect of living is teaching us. And whatever we are now today, whatever we are singing, chanting, speaking, whose mercy is that? One can't chant one Hare Krishna if the mercy of Guru is not there. Just one Hare Krishna. We can't worship deities. We can't worship Giriraj if we don't know how to worship them. And who's teaching us these details? Shri Guru, who took us from very low level and make us even superior than ordinary human being, Vaishnavas. He made us registered in the name of Vaishnav and Vaishnavis, from which even demigods and even demons, they got scared of Vaishnavas. Even though they're very powerful, but they know. Krishna get mad if anyone harms the Vaishnavas. They know very well. Example, Prahlad Maharaj in the womb of his mother. And Indra came to destroy that womb. Indra is thinking, I can't destroy Hiranyakashipu, I can't kill him. And another descendant of Hiranyakashipu is taking birth. So I can't kill Hiranyakashipu, at least I can kill the descendant. Because another Hiranyakashipu will come and we will going to lose forever. So he came to kill. And then Naraji came there. And Narad told, hey Indra, careful. Beware. A devotee of Krishna is in the womb of this mother. And Indra knows very well. Krishna can tolerate every nonsense. But he can't tolerate any harm comes to his devotees. Immediately Indra paid obeisances. And he ran away from there. He knows this. So, demons and demigods, they're very careful with this. No harm to devotees. This is how Gurudev brought us, without any qualification, from that level to the level of devotee. Therefore, anyone who takes birth has some obligation, some debts. Oh, without asking loan? Indebted? Yes. What are those obligations? Srimad Bhagavatam describe 11th canto. Dev rishi bhutatma niranam pitranam na kinkro na rini charajan sarvatmaya sharnam sharanyam gata mukundam parhitya kritam. Dev rishi bhutatmam. The debt of demigods. What are their debts? Because of they are supplying these necessities for our survival. We are breathing oxygen, we are getting water, we are getting food, all these basic necessities given by the demigods. Where is the payment? I was speaking in the Big Island, this point. If you go to hospital without insurance, saying that I need oxygen for 1 hour, they're going to give you free? And imagine 1 hour oxygen at hospital, in emergency ward, not less than 5,000. And how many hours of oxygen we're breathing from the time we got birth up till now? Imagine how many hours? Where is that payment? Everything is free. Whatever we're getting from the government, we're paying them. Phone bills, home bills, electric bills, water bills. And where's the bills? Oxygen from the demigods, water, food, these basic necessities supplied by demigods to us. So there's an obligation, there's a debt. If you don't pay, what if you don't pay your home bill, your house tax, insurance? They cut the supply. So debt towards demigods. Then towards forefathers who has given us birth. Our father, his father, we're indebted to them, to our parents. They gave us so much. They gave us birth and they raised us so well, giving all facilities. Mother wants to fall but wants to keep the child safe, right? She does everything for the child, no matter what happens. Even at the point, there's so many stories regarding this. Even if a boy slaps mother, she can't say, I curse you, go and die. She can't say that. Mother heart is so big, always caring. She tolerates every insult, everything. But she always caring. And her heart is always there to forgive and forgiveness. Giving everything to the children. That's the nature of parents. So we are indebted to them. This is obligation. Then sadhus, rishis means sadhus, who take so much pain, go everywhere and preach. Different situation, different circumstances, different homes, different environment. But they take all that pain for what? For sightseeings, to see oceans, to see lava, to extinguish that fire which is everywhere. That's the nature of sadhu. Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada and all our acharyas, they're firefighters. Firefighters. They are extinguishing that fire. To some extent, not to some extent, actually we all were in fire. But to some extent, we got some relief. Because now we know how to live a life. And other people, they don't even know what is the life about. And is there going to be a life after this life? That's the tragedy. They don't believe this. So if they have this, if they have no concept, that there is going to be a life after this life, how are they going to improve this life? Because the concept is not clear. And because our concept is clear, with the mercy of Shri Guru and his association, we are trying. We are not perfect. We are trying in this process to understand. To some extent, some degree, everyone, little or more understanding, realizing, by seeing, by hearing, so much is going on in the world. It gives a very firm faith and conviction. Yes, I'm on a right path. And this conviction comes when there's unusual circumstances. And when everything goes fine, we start losing that respect and regard towards these matters. That's a very common human nature. Yes? It's a very common human nature. Unusual circumstances makes us believe, yes, there's something which is called nature, and nature take revenge, and there's going to be a life after this life, and all that karma philosophy, everything. So, debt towards Guru. All Gurus. Everything is about payment. Shri Guru takes so much pain. He's giving his services. So anyone who gives services, you have to pay. How are we paying to Shri Guru? We're eternally indebted to him. How are we paying? By giving our ears to him. That's the payment. By giving our heart to him. That's our payment. By thinking about him. By serving him. But actually it's other way around. A disciple thinks, I'm serving my Guru. But actually who's serving who? It's Guru who serves disciple. It's not that disciples serve Guru. Many of you are parents here. Is parents who serve children or children serve parents? Tell me. Yes, Dad. Who serve? It's parents who serve children. Give birth and take all pains. Everything. Work for them. But children also serve parents. How? By reciprocation. By emotions. Taking baby on the lap, cleaning baby, playing with the baby. Your mother was here, yes? She's so happy, to have a child. So child is also serving her. what's name of the Yamuna. So see, Yamuna also serving her mom. How? By enhancing that emotions. But in comparison, mother is serving more. Similarly, Shri Guru is the one who served disciple. By giving birth of bhakti in the heart, and then nurtured that bhakti, nourished that bhakti. है ना? So there's a rin, there's an obligation of sadhus, gurus. And many times I say this, it happened so one time somebody argued with me, kind of debate, polite debate, that why you gave up your family? Why you renounce? You could have joined military. They're doing so much for the country. You know? They also renounce. They're not with their family, they're just at the border or wherever the government sending them, they have to go there and fight or take care of people in emergency and all that. So they're at the risk of their life. You could have joined the military instead of becoming a sadhu. This renunciation has no meaning. But becoming a military person, that renunciation has so much meaning to the society, to the humanity, to the government. True. Salute to them. But I answered him. I said, we are also military. If you understand this. The military person get pension from the government. The military person get the salary from the government. The military person get all facilities from the government. He said, yeah, because they serve. I told him, we preachers, we also serve. The military person is at the border, protecting the country. But who's protecting? The concept of the people in the country. If everyone concept is very diluted and very low, what's going to happen? Shootings, killings, all that crazy stuff. But sadhus, what they are doing? They hop around. They're preaching. They're making everyone dance and sing. Developing some sukritis in them. Developing some faith in them. Ignite that fire. And changing so many people concept. I can't say all, but many. And those many get spread like a virus to many others. And imagine if everyone is chanting Hare Krishna, what is the point of shootings? You know? If everyone's chanting Hare Krishna or everyone become devotee, then it is so much more better. The country will be more better in peace. So don't think sadhu is not a military. They also away from their family. They renounce all emotions, everything for the sake of serving the godly existence, for the sake of serving the humanity. And the government is not paying anything them. This is the volunteer service. No pensions, no facilities, nothing. They buy their own ticket. Government is not buying their ticket. You know? So it's not that. There's a threat to the country from the border. There's also a threat inside the country. You know? So, this equal respect to a military person, and even more than that, is a preacher, is a sadhu, who also take pains and preach and make so many people happy. Those who are lost, those who lost their life, meaning they're living, but they lost the concept of their life. They're giving them a hope. You know? Endless hopes. Giving them so much hope. So that's the obligation of a sadhu to the society, to all of us. We're eternally indebted to our Shri Gurudev. So demigods, forefathers, sadhus, then king, means who is the ruler, who is ruling. He's maintaining law and order, and otherwise People just want to do whatever they want. So every individual, they take birth with these obligations. How are we going to repay them individually? It's so difficult. There's no money, there's no time, there's not so much energy. Then Srimad Bhagavatam described, yes, there's one way. Gatam mukundam parihitta kritam. Surrender to Mukunda. Serve Bhagwan Mukunda. Surrender means, oh, I can't surrender whole soul 100% to Krishna. At least if you are in the process of surrendering, that's also considered a surrender. A student of grade 1 is also called student. A student of grade 10 is also a student. A student in university is also a student. And one who's studying PhD is also a student. Even if we are in the process of understanding this, sincerity, honestly, then we are also surrendering to Bhagwan Mukunda, Krishna. Gata Mukundam Parihitta Kritam. If we serve Krishna, if we try to surrender to Krishna, then what's happening? All debts repaid. No need to paying individually all the debts to forefather, to demigods and all. Just one, with the concept of watering the root of the tree. Yatha taror mool nishchanen tirpanti tas kand bhuj upshaka. Just by putting food in the mouth, going in the belly, all organs of the body get nourished. Similarly, watering the root of the tree, all the branches, everything get nourished. With that concept, serving Krishna, who is the origin of everyone, of all the demigods and humanity. By serving him, everything is considered served. Okay. So, Krishna Balram came to Guru Sandipani Muni. Gurudev, you gave so much to us. You taught us so much. Now it's time to give you something to give you back. So we don't want to give according to what we think, but according to what you expecting from us. Please let us know how we can serve you. Sandipani Muni said, I don't want anything from you. I release you from this bondage of obligation towards Guru. I released you. So if Guru says this, it's something very high. I don't want. You are free. Because he realized that he's God. And what I'm going to ask from God. And what we can give to God. What we can give to Krishna. What we can give to Krishna. Flowers? He already possessed so much. Some dollars? He has so much wealth. Home? The whole universe belongs to him. So what are those areas where we can serve him or we can give something to him? And Krishna is wondering, what are you giving to me? Money, I have so much. Flowers, I have so much. Food, fruits, so much. I want something which I don't have. I'm expecting something from you which I don't have, and you have in abundance. So if you really want to please me, you can offer those ingredients, those stuff which I don't have, and you have so much. Very thoughtful. What is that which Krishna don't possess? And what he don't have? And he's expecting us to give to him. So devotee asks, very humble mood, Krishna, I'm not getting you. Can you explain? Because sometimes it's difficult to understand your language. When you tell lies, that's ultimate truth. And when you speak ultimate truth, that turns to lies. You sometimes contradict your own statements. So it's so confusing. So you tell me. Krishna said, okay, then listen carefully. Listen carefully. I don't have lust, I don't have anger, I don't have greed, I don't have enviousness, I don't have ego. And you are full of lust, anger, greed, envious. You have warehouse, big warehouse, godowns. You got stack of all, everything is there. So offer your anger to me. Offer your greed to me. Because I don't have all this. Offer your lust to me. And then the devotee said, how can I give you? Because if I offer all these things to you, how am I going to survive? How am I going to enjoy? Krishna said, this is the problem. This is a mystery about. You think you can't survive without that. You think you can't enjoy without that. Look at my associates. They don't have lust, they don't have greed, they don't have anger, they have nothing. And even if they have, they engage that in my service. Oh, excuse me, Prabhu. Wait a minute before you conclude. You saying your associates have lust? He said, yes. Any example? See my Braj Gopis? From your perspective to define, you may say this is lust, but actually they have love. So they offered that love to me. Okay, I heard this a lot about the gopis from one of Acharya, your pure devotee, your associate. His name, I heard Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Krishna said, exactly. Yes, you heard this from him. But I don't understand how your associate can engage anger. Do they have anger? Their anger? He said, yes. Krishna said, yes, they also have anger. But how are they engaging their anger? Krishna said, just like Hanuman, he expressed his anger to set up fire the whole country. Lanka. You know? Very sorry to say, I'm also very sad. But Lehana, here in Maui, in that west side of the island, wildfire, right? Just one town. You know? But Hanuman, he burned the entire country. Entire country was on fire. Nobody lit fire here. It just happened. But Hanuman himself, he burned the whole country. Any offense to him? No offense. That's his anger. Anger towards the whole demonic dynasty. Because they are going against the Lord. Against Ram. Trying to show the Lord is devoid of his potency and he can't function without his potency. And on the top of that, he don't have any potency. Nishaktik. That was the purpose of Ravan, to show this. And also on the other side, Avajanti ma mura. Srila Prabhupada used to say this verse so many times. Avajanti ma mura. Foolish people, they think I'm ordinary person. They're stupid, they're foolish. They think I'm ordinary person. Ravan is trying to think that Ram is an ordinary person. And he don't possess any potency. That's the main point. So he kidnapped his potency. He kidnapped his potency. And the anger of Hanuman. So Krishna said, my devotee, they have anger. But they show anger not to ordinary people, but those who are against me, means against the Lord. The devotee asked the question, yes, I heard this from one of other acharya. His name was Shri Bhakti Vigyan Bharti Gosai Maharaj. Yeah, I heard his lecture. He was saying this. Krishna said, my devotee also have greed. They're very greedy. Greedy for what? They're always greedy. To associate. And they give emphasis on association, association, association. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kai. Love Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hai. They're very greedy for association. They're very greedy to serve me. The devotee said, yes, exactly. I heard this from one acharya. And his name was Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. He was always emphasizing on this. Develop this greed, associating with Vaishnavas. Why? They are also human beings. No, they are not human beings. Or they look like human. Yes, they look like human, but they have elevation of consciousness. Their consciousness on a very high level is elevation. Just like a person on 25th floor can see far distance, and one who's a ground floor can only see few meters. And if you want to see the city, there are two ways. Either he has to go up on elevators to reach to 25th floor, penthouse, or he can just call the guy who's on the 25th floor. Can you describe me what you can see? Only two ways. So one is, he can use elevator, press 25th floor, can go high, can see his own. That means, elevator means elevation of consciousness. By pressing that button means sadhan bhakti, reaching to the stage of bhava bhakti. And you yourself come to that stage with the elevation of consciousness and perceive things. The perception gets totally changed when you're on elevation and perceive things in a very subtle way, not on a gross understanding. And if you can't, then just call that person who's on 25th floor and associate with him. What you seeing, can you tell me? Yes, I can see ocean. Oh, there's a whale. Really? You can see that from that? Yes, I also want to see. Greed. So when Acharya is describing, there is another world where there is no kaleshas, no adhyatmik, no adibhautik, no adhyatmik kaleshas, adidevi kaleshas. No disturbance created by demigods, no fire. We are not safe in any circumstance. On land, earthquake. Yeah? Earth is shaking. If the ocean is shaking, then tsunami. There's threat from the waters, there's threat from the fire, there's threat in the earth, there's threat in the sky. Where are you going to go? Which place left? No place is safe. Stay safe, be safe. We do say this. Stay safe, be safe. But we hearing this, we say this, but where to get safe? That's the important question mark. Where to get safe? What is the safest path? Which highway is safe? No highway is safe. There's always accidents. Yes, one path is safe. Mahajanoje gata sapantaha. The path which shown by our Mahajans means Guru Parampara, safest path. No accidents, no falling, No distress, peaceful. We never heard in Vaikuntha there is tsunami. I never read in any Shastras. We never read any wildfire in Golok Vrindavan. No earthquakes there. You know why this tsunami? How this tsunami has to compare with spiritual world? Tsunami happen when there's earthquake in the ocean. The waves just take everything away, overflow. But tsunami can only happen here, not in Golok Vrindavan. There is another tsunami there. The tsunami of greed to serve Krishna. That kind of tsunamis. But there is no fire, there is no earthquakes, there is no dangers there. The safest path, the safest abode, the safest home to stay. This is the safest path. That needs a process. And that begins with, I said earlier, elevation of consciousness. Either by reaching there or by associating a person who already reached there. Understand? That's the process. I'm speaking on a very practical ground. It's not a philosophy. I'm not speaking any scripture. It's just very practical. Because it happened so. I was in Hong Kong. Staying, one devotee hosted me there. And then I got stuck at the roadside because I didn't know the pin to open the gate to go to 22nd floor. So there are two ways. How to get this pin, the password? So either I have to call him, can you tell me the password? Or I should be acquainted with that password. These are two kinds of association. These are obligations. So, what I was saying?
In Hong Kong?
Before that.
Developing greed tsunami.
I get lost and you guys get lost.
Krishna Balaram.
No. Krishna is saying, my associate have lust, they also have anger, they have greed. So I'm hearing the devotees say, yes, I heard from Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Maharaj. I heard from Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I heard from Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. You heard this, but you never made an attempt to associate with them. That's the safest path. Go to them. No, Krishna, I already approached you. Krishna said, it's not going to make you any difference or make you happy. You have to go there, not to me. They can give you association, not me. My association is different. Their association going to bring proximity with me. I assigned this task to them. They are the one or firefighters. They are extinguishing fire everywhere in the globe. There's fire everywhere. So Krishna is saying, don't try to offer flower, money. I already have this. If you offer, I will accept this. But I want these things to get offered. Yeah? Krishna can't survive without that. Yes, you can. My associates have all these things. But they're engaging all these things in serving me. They're engaging their lust, their anger, their greed, everything in serving me. You can also do. Try. Give a try. Put an effort. So these are obligations. So Krishna and Balaram, they heard this from their Guru Sandipani Muni and said, Gurudev is not asking anything. Let's ask Guru Mata, the wife of Shri Guru. Then they approach, oh Guru Mata, you gave so much affection to us, so much love to us. How can we repay you? Anything we can do for you? She said, yes. Gurudev said nothing. No. But Guru Mata said, yes, I want. What you want? Can you bring my dead son back to life? This is what Sandipani Muni already informed his wife. They are God. So only ask that which only God can do. To bring any dead person back to life. No one else can do this, right? Even no doctor can do this. Only Krishna can do this. So, Krishna Balaram said, of course, we're going to bring. But what happened to your son? He went to ocean and ocean devoured my son. Don't worry, mother, we're going to go. Krishna Balaram raise finger to the ocean. Hey ocean! And ocean start trembling. Who are these? See their attitude. See their influence. There was another who came in Treta Yuga. He was very polite. Shri Ram. He was very polite. Begging, requesting. And Krishna, he's just ordering. Where is our Gurudev's son? Ocean said, I don't know. But there's a demon in my waters. Maybe that demon has eaten your son. You're most welcome to come in my water. Kill that demon and take your dead son back. Krishna Balaram, in the waters, they saw one demon, Panchajanne, start fighting with him. And Krishna killed that demon, Panchajanne, and tear apart complete body. He didn't find the son, his Gurudev's son there. But Krishna took the bone of that demon, and that's the conch of Krishna, Panchajanne, which he blows. And when Krishna blows this conch, all auspiciousness, invokes all auspiciousness. In demon wives, they get miscarriages. By this powerful sound vibration of the conch of Krishna. Panchajanne. Krishna is wondering, Baldev Prabhu, why we have to wander here and there? Just go to Yamraj, the king of death. Everyone goes there. Krishna Balaram went to Yampuri and Yamraj welcomed. Welcome, welcome, Prabhu, welcome. What brings you here? And is also a little nervous. What wrong I did? Why the boss is here? If the boss, he walks in on your desk, it's little uncomfortable zone. Why boss has to come here? Must be something very high. So Krishna said, Yamraj, I want to take my Gurudev's son who got died. I want him back. And Yamraj surprised, what? That's not the nature. One who dies cannot come back to life. That's not the rule of this world, but no rules applies to you. You're independent Lord, everything belongs to you. You are the one who set up the rules. So I can't say anything, yes or no. I'm not independent. You are independent Lord. So bring my Gurudev's son. And Yamraj handed over his Gurudev's son back to him. Krishna brought that son back to life and handed over to his mother. She felt so happy. She gave a very tight embrace. So much emotion. She got overwhelmed. Started weeping and crying, oh my son, and thank Krishna so much. Oh, you brought my dead son back to life. Why I said this? Only Krishna can bring, who is the Supreme Lord, can bring anyone who is dead back to life. No one else can do this. No demigod can do this. And we have no access with Krishna then. But we have access to the Krishna name, which is not different from Krishna. Naam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Ras Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Abhinatva Nama Namani. What is the meaning, Chiranjeev Prabhu?
Krishna's name can fulfill any desire we may have. His name is the complete embodiment of liquid nectar happiness. Chaitanya Rasa. He's fully conscious happiness and bliss, the embodiment of that. He's Purna, he's complete, he's Shuddha, he's completely pure, he's Nitya Mukta, he's eternally liberated. And why? Because Abhinatvam Nama Namino. Because the sound of his name and himself are one and the same.
I ask you to explain this because you chant all day. You chant all day. Abhinatva Nama Namani. The holy name Krishna is similar to Krishna. Even this is not correct to say. This is not correct to say. So what is the correct version? Krishna himself is holy name. Understand? I'm not saying this because I have no realization. Srila Prabhupada, our acharyas, they have realizations and scriptures which are bona fide source. I fully believe in their words. So those of realization, they can tell, actually, it's Krishna. Not equal to, even though the words say Abhinatva Nama Namani, equal to Krishna, but it's Krishna himself. Incarnate as Krishna has so many incarnations, Narsingh Vara Vaman. In Kali Yuga, specifically in Kali Yuga, Krishna incarnate as his own names, syllables, Krishna. So we're chanting Krishna. Say Krishna.
Krishna.
But I'm not realizing this. That actually I'm in close proximity with Krishna. I'm not realizing this. This is something which is like an iron get rust with this ocean wind. With the association of that ocean, the wind coming from the ocean, the air from the ocean, with the environment, iron get rust. So if we want to use that iron bar, we need to scrap that rust and then paint to make it, usable. That's the thing. So this consciousness, this body, with that association, also turned to rust. But inherent nature of iron is already there. Means the inherent nature of iron is that iron is very strong, but the outer covering has become rust. And if we don't scrub that, it's going to get more weakened and weaker and weaker and weaker. And it's easy to break then. And actually we are broken. Because this rust is from so many lifetimes. It's not from this lifetime. And this association of that ocean, which ocean? The ocean of material existence. And the wind blowing from that ocean is giving that association, and this strong body or the strong concept, it getting rust and getting weak and so easy to break. And we are so easy, we can be broken so easy with emotions, with concepts. Somebody comes, a motivational speaker comes and tries to explain this. Yes, he's right. You're broken. You deviated from your concept. This is called broken. There's a deviation from the concept. That's almost close to getting broken. You know? This is a rust. And then Shri Guru comes, Acharya comes, and they're giving their style of association. They scrub that rust. Chant every day 16 rounds, follow principles, follow Ekadashi, offer everything to Krishna, do arati, do programs, association, scrubbing that rust. And not only that, painting that iron. Paint. What paint? Golden paint. Mahaprabhu. The concepts of Mahaprabhu with a brush. You know, paint brush, putting that on that iron bar. This is the concept of Mahaprabhu. Follow him. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Cheto Darpan Marjanam Bhava Mandavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kervika Chandrika Vitranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Un Amrita Swadanam Sarvatma Sanapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is a paint on that iron. So after getting paint, the iron bar becomes so strong, can use anywhere in the window or for whatever reasons. Means that iron bar become usable. Similarly, our lives prior to Krishna consciousness were just having rust on that iron. With association from time immemorial, from so many birds. We got rusted. Shri Gurudev came in our life. Shri Prabhupada came in our life. Many acharyas came in our life. They scrubbed that rust and put one more paint on that. So rust cannot disturb again. If the iron is painted, rust cannot come again. You know? So they keep on painting this, keep on painting this. This is called association. Sadhu Sang. This is called Sarva Shastra Kai. Love Matra Sadhu Sang. So the way how Krishna got his Gurudev dead son back to life, similarly holy name, which is Krishna himself, can also bring this dead life back to life. This dead person back to life. Is living but dead. Living but dead. Reinitiating this process of getting not a neutral prospect, something which is called negative concept. Then comes the neutral concept, and then comes the positive concept. But as a devotee section, it is not negative, it is not even neutral, and it is not only positive. There's another level, Krishna consciousness, which is even above positive concept. A level higher than positive concept, Krishna consciousness concept. Visualizing every situation from the Krishna prospect. From his dealing, Krishna's dealings. Why I'm saying this? Sometimes devotees get bewildered. If God exists, why this happened? God is merciless. So all blame goes to him. I have many answers. That's going to take time from every level. But I'll give you one other example. Once upon a time, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, while he was traveling and preaching, he came across one person who used to worship Mahaprabhu. He was worshipping Mahaprabhu. He gave up worshipping Srila Prabhupada asked him, why you gave up worshipping Mahaprabhu? He said, Mahaprabhu is very cruel. I thought he was very compassionate, but he's very cruel. Prabhupada said, how dare you can say this? Why are you saying this? Mahaprabhu is very cruel and not merciful? He said, believe me, I used to worship him every day. But now I stopped worshipping. But why? My son got died. I had one son, he died. How can Mahaprabhu be so cruel? He took my son. And that's why I gave up worshipping Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada said, that's a bogus concept. You think Krishna and Mahaprabhu, they are killing people? Is their desire that your child got dead? It is their desire. The people suffer with fire. He's the one who swallowed fire in Vrindavan pastimes, in Braj pastimes. He swallowed fire. Is the God behind this? Not at all. Is the Prakriti, the nature. Is a nature. I will continue this topic tomorrow. How this nature is working out. And how we are bound. If we want to get bound. But if we don't, no one can force us to get bound with the rules of the nature. We can be beyond the nature. We can. It's in our hands. All we need is very higher association and that higher concept. But I'm concluding that which I started. Srila Prabhupada said, first of all, I want to say, Mahaprabhu didn't kill your son. Secondly, just by seeing and realizing their son died, you stopped giving up worship of Mahaprabhu. We are not like this. That means your worship has some conditions. That if Krishna is giving you happiness, then only I'm going to worship him. And if he's not giving happiness and peace to me, why have to care worshipping him? That's not unconditional love. Your love has conditions. Whereas love for Mahaprabhu and Krishna is unconditional love. Then he said, what are you speaking about unconditional love? Can you give me any reference? Srila Prabhupada said, yes, I wanted you to say this. And he gave example of Shiva's Pandit. Mahaprabhu was dancing in the courtyard of Shiva's Pandit. And Shiva's, who was married, his wife Malini Devi and child, his son got died. And of course, mother is crying and weeping. Shiva's Pandit heard something, some disturbance of crying. He came out, chastised his wife. Why are you crying? Why are you weeping? Making noise and disturbance. She said, our son died. You see, he's just here. Shiva's Pandit said, but why you have to cry and disturb Mahaprabhu singing? He chastised his wife. Very cruel, huh? It looks like very unpolite, very rude. She said, but our son died. You're not hearing this? He said, I heard this. Who are me and you to save our child? You think we have given birth to child? You think he exists because of us? One who has given the child, he's taking the child back. Was the child with us from our childhood? She was giving a higher concept. She was Pandit. If you create disturbance, I promise you, I will go and jump into Ganga and give up my life. I don't want any disturbance for Mahaprabhu. Let him relish his singing and dancing. So, Shivas Pandit, being a householder, his concept is centered towards Mahaprabhu pleasure, not any other pleasures. Only Mahaprabhu pleasure. And then Mahaprabhu also felt something. I'm not tasting and relishing, something wrong. He's looking the faces, asking devotees, what's wrong today? Why you all look so strange? No, nothing, Mahaprabhu, nothing. They don't want to tell him. No, tell me, what's wrong? Something is there. Then they said, Shiva's son died. Mahaprabhu began, why are you not telling me? Why nobody told me? He said, because he don't want to disturb you. He starts shedding tears. His heart melted. Shivas, you love me so much. And he gave up his dancing. He came outside and he saw the son died. Mahaprabhu kept his hand on his chest. Oh boy, come back. Where are you? Come back. And he came back to his life. Same thing happened in Krishna Leela. Krishna brought the Guru's son back to life. And also in Mahaprabhu Leela. And the son then started replying, saying, I'm on my journey. Sometime I'm here, sometime I'm there. My life is on temporary nature. It's not permanent. And I had and I'm going to have so many parents. I'm confused. Who's my parents? Who's my real parents? In previous life, someone else was my mother, father. In another life, someone else was my mother, father. Next life, someone else going to be mother, father. So it's not fixed. So to whom I claim actually my mother and father, my parents. And then I say, Lord, you are actually my parents. You're permanent parents. No? Permanent parents. Mahaprabhu's mother, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapran. Krishna is our everything. It's a very high level of conception. To understand this and then to realize this. That doesn't mean at all we have to neglect, offend, disrespect our parents, because there's a call super boss and there's an immediate boss. If you make your immediate boss upset, you're not going to get any promotion. To due respect to our parents, obeying them, serving them, they're immediate parents, but there are super parents. That's the only missing thing. We forget that part. That Krishna and Mahaprabhu is our real parent. Real parents. You know, I serve my parents, I obey my parents, everything, respect, but I forget I have to obey them. 2 more minutes to conclude. Something happened in my life. I want to share with devotees. There's nothing secret about this. I do share with so many others. When I was young in college, was not 100% devotee, but started chanting and used to go college. So it happened so Gurudev came and stayed in my home. I was not initiated then. Srila Gurudev, he used to do Bhagavad Saptas. And there was a location near to my home, and the host, they arranged a Bhagavad Sapta and a place for Gurudev to stay. And Gurudev was tolerating. One night, 2 nights, he was getting sleepless nights because of disturbances. It was not good facility. Dogs, street dogs barking, he can't sleep. He was very sensitive in his sleep. Very light sleep. So the devotees asked me, I used to come in my regular clothes to hear his class. They asked me, can you take Gurudev in your room, in your house? And can you arrange a room for him? Because your house is close by. Your home is close. I said, yes, I can. And then Gurudev called me, come here. Are you taking me? I said, yes. You sure your parents will like it? I said, of course, don't worry. They'll be happy to host you. Who's going to bring me to programs? I said, me. You have a car? I said, yes. You know driving? I said, yes. Okay, then take my luggage. So I used to drive Gurudev, bringing programs. So he stayed in my home 3 days. And then Bhagavad Saptah was over. Now that's the last point. When he was leaving, the last day when he was leaving, of course all my parents, my relatives, my brother, they all came to say bye to him, pay obeisances to him, but they were standing at the gate only. I went further, holding his hand, made him sit in the car and put his belt, and I touched his feet. I went inside the window, my hands to touch his feet. And seeing my parents at the gate, Gurudev loudly said these words to please them. He will say, your parents are devotees. Make sure you serve them properly. Your parents, serve them. And when I leaned forward to touch his feet, and he whispered something else in my ears. He said, but understand, who's your real parents? Loudly he said, serve your parents all your life. But then he said, understand, who's your real parent? Who's real parent? Guru and Krishna. Eternal relationship with them. Sakale janma mata pita pai. You see, from the worldly prospect, it looks very unpolite and rude. Oh, you're disrespecting. It's not like this. We never disrespect. We should respect our parents. They gave us life. But there's other concept to understand who's our real parents. You know? My father, then his father, then his father, then his father, then his father. The creation starts from Brahma. Even Brahma is not my ultimate father. He also emanated from the navel of Vishnu. And who's the origin of Vishnu? You know, Shirodakshay Vishnu, then Garbhodakshay Vishnu, then Karandakshay Vishnu, then Sankarshan, then Baldev, then comes to Krishna. And he's the cause of all causes. He's the ultimate. That's the best father. You know? So, keeping both the concepts together and following the process of Krishna consciousness, chanting with realization, with elevation of consciousness, that's all bhakti about. When the concepts are clear, we can easily digest every circumstance, every situations of our life and what we see. It's not the first time it's happening here. I mean, it's, of course, first time happening here, but around the world. Yes? And because it's happened here, that's why people of this island are sad. Yes? But those who heard also got sad. It's not that we are very happy to hear this. We also sad. But I want to ask one question to the people of this island. When last year, or maybe this year, when Turkey got a big earthquake, so many people died, became homeless. Were these people of this island sad? Everyone was having party. Not because of earthquake, but generally. Everyone was going to ocean, swim. Tourists were coming here. Everyone busy earning money. Party, eating, drinking. Oh, that happened in that country. What do I have to do with that? Understand? So everyone just concerned about their own location because they are staying here. But a sadhu heart is so broad. The sadhu thinks about everyone, not just one town or one island. For everyone. You know? So no one was sad when it happened In India there was cyclone. No one was sad here. Oh, it happens. Similarly, it happened here. Oh, people are commenting, but other countries, they have nothing to do with this. Understand? Therefore, living in a higher conception and pray for everyone. And that's why I said in the beginning, tomorrow or day after, we all going to sing 30 minutes prayers for those who got affected with this. We can do this much to give them spiritual benefits. And even those who following us on Facebook, anywhere, who seeing us live, do participate with us. We all going to pray to Krishna. Tasmin tushte jagat tushnam. We're praying to Mahaprabhu, we're going to pray Krishna, we're going to pray all Guru Vargas to please bless all these people and to everyone. To everyone. In India, in all the Hindu mandirs, anyone from India here? No. In all the Hindu mandirs, in the evening arati, morning arati, they sing one Hindi arati. And after arati, they pray to whoever the deity is there, Lakshmi Narayan, Sita, Ram or Radha Krishna. They do some prayers. Everyone, in entire Hindu temples, not only in India, Australia, Florida, everywhere, wherever I've been there, Seattle, one common phrase they use, Vishwa ka kalyan ho, praniyon mein sadbhavna ho. Vishwa ka kalyan ho means they pray to the Lord. We pray to you. Give your blessings to entire humanity, not to just our country or just our island, but for everyone. Vishwa, the whole universe. Give benefit means your devotion, your bhakti, and bless the entire universe. That's what they pray. So, we're going to, as devotees, we're going to do the best, and that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Sankirtan for them. You all agree?
Yes.
It's a good idea?
Hare
Yes, Rupana Prabhu?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Gaur Premanande. Haribol.
Can you tell, you mentioned special fire that the sadhu and the guru ignite. So Hanuman made one fire and burned all the Lanka. What is that fire? I mean, there's no time.
What is that fire which sadhu ignite? The fire of bhakti in the heart. That's the fire which we need so much. And not ordinary fire. Actually, we need a wildfire inside to burn and turn to ashes all our anarthas, all our bad samskaras we are carrying forward from so many lifetimes. That wildfire is supposed to be, we need that. It has to be here. If we don't burn those samskaras, we can't proceed. So Shri Guru, he ignites. He burns those old previous samskaras, the bad samskaras, and he ignites that fire of greed of Krishna Bhakti in the heart. That's the fire. And he extinguishes the material fire. But he develops another fire. Because you can't live without fire. Fire is everywhere. The fire in the wood. Fire is everywhere. In everyone there's fire. But there's something called wildfire, which burns everything.
So you mentioned, I don't want to take...
No, you go ahead.
Two things. Many people may say, this is wildfire and it just happened. God let it happen. And so they may become atheists because, how can you murder all these people? Now, I'm a kind of a crazy conspiracy theorist, and I believe that somebody made this happen by certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm overwhelmed by the level of evil of that. So much so that I can hardly chant. My heart is so broken and dry. Even I'm trying to chant, but And the last thing that I'm thinking, okay, the holy name is the best weapon against all evil, so I have to chant for that at least.
Yes.
And that's what I'm feeling. I don't want to take your time or anybody's
No,
time.
you chant extra
I'm
for
feeling
them.
that.
You chant extra
I'm
for
broken.
them. And this is nothing strange, because even if you saying, I don't know the facts, but you saying this is a conspiracy, even if it is that is nothing new.
It's nothing new. Yeah.
That's the nature of this material world. There's so many evil people. Ravan, Duryodhan, Kamsa, that's the history. So, there's nothing strange. The demons are demonic mentality and demonic vision is still present. There's nothing strange about this. So what we have to do in that? They are burden on the planet Earth.
Yes.
So what devotee section have to do? To create more positive energy so that demonic energy can subside and destroy. That's what we have to do. That's why Hanuman set fire to the Lanka. Sadhu has to do his own work, his own nature. We don't have to become demon to see a demon. Just like a very common example. A sadhu was taking bath in a river, and just to give oblation, he just holds some of the water, and when he holds some water, there was a scorpio who bit him, and he threw Scorpio back in water. Again he took water, again the Scorpio came and bit him. Again he threw back the water. Third time, fourth time, a person standing next to him, he said, "What are you doing?" Scorpio bite is like terrible. It's more than a snake. A person start dancing. Means with pain. Not dancing in ecstasy, but in pain. So Scorpio is biting you, why don't you kill him? The sadhu replied, if a Scorpio who is ignorant and in mode of ignorance cannot change in my proximity and with my association, he can't change his nature of biting and giving poison, how can you expect me as sadhu can change associating with an ignorant creature? I'm more elevated consciousness than this Scorpio. If Scorpios can't change because of my association, how are you expecting me to get changed with the association of Scorpio? My nature is to forgive. His nature is to kill. If I am going to kill him or bite him, that means I'm adopting his association. Then I'm not a sadhu anymore. My nature is tolerant and to even think positive and blessings to that creature, even if it is such a, ignorant creature. If he's not giving up association by seeing me, how can I give up my nature seeing him? If I'm also going to kill Scorpio, that means I'm losing my concept. I'm losing my morals. I'm losing my personality and my profile. So let him do what he's doing and I'll do what I have to do. So sadhu always think welfare of everyone. So to kill, to destroy the demonic means the negativity. How to counteract that negativity is to create more positivity. Then you may think, I alone chant more, what's going to happen? Why not? Why not? Every individual has to contribute in this. Every individual contribution has a meaning. In the service of Lord, there's nothing big and small. Any leaf of tulasi is enough to offer to Krishna. A leaf can be big or a leaf can be small, but it gives the same potency. A small beads of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or the big round beads, it doesn't matter. Yeah? Then, Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to give example. The service of Hanuman, who was having a tall body, tall figure, and the service of that small tiny squirrel. You know this? Can you explain?
No worries, you explain.
No, you explain.
No worries.
My English is terrible.
It's so
So when Lord Shri Ram, he was building a bridge from India connecting to Lanka. So he's getting help and support from so many monkeys. Big, huge monkeys. Hanuman is one of them. Bringing big hills and stone and throwing on the water. And they were floating. The stones floating on the ocean. Imagine. Huh. And then one squirrel, one small tiny squirrel. Ram saw a squirrel. She's coming out, taking sands in her tail and going and spreading on the stones. Coming back again on the shore and taking some sand, going back, and Ram's seeing this. Lord Shri Ram is seeing this. What she's doing? She's going to die. She's small, little, tiny, and they're big monkeys. What if anyone step on her? She was going to die. So Ram called upon Hanuman. Call that squirrel, I want to speak. So Hanuman told, Squirrel, Ram wants to speak to you. Now you may think how Ram is speaking to a squirrel. Yes, one of the quality of the Lord is Sarv Vidya Visharad. They can speak any language. Language of any bird, any animal. They know. He know English, he knows Spanish, he know Sanskrit, he know every language. Even the language of the birds. Understand? So he asked the squirrel, what are you trying to do? You want to die? She said, no, I'm just trying to serve you. How are you serving me? She said, Prabhu, I'm thinking that how are you going to walk with the soft, tender lotus feet on this big, sharp-edged rocks? So I'm just trying to put some sand to give comfort when you're going to walk on these rocks. Oh, Shri Ram started crying. Tears came from his eyes. Small, tiny squirrel, but so high mood. The mood of serving Ram. The mood is so high, body small. And how much sand? Just one squirrel, not like bunch of squirrels are there. Just one. She developed that mood. And she's coming again and again, again and again. How much sand in her can she hold in her tails? Tiny bit. But the mood is very high. And Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he describes here. The seva has nothing to do with high or small. The seva of Hanuman, tall body, carrying big rock, and the seva of squirrel is same. Because both of their intent is to serve Ram. It doesn't matter big rock or a handful of sand. Doesn't matter. The emotion matters a lot. So if you have sympathy, of course we're supposed to have this. So don't worry that I'm alone, what can I do? If a squirrel can serve Ram, why can't, if we chant more for helping those people who have gone through so much turbulence in their lives? Even if one person is chanting for them, and with that high mood, Krishna acknowledge. If we believe Krishna exists, if we have faith in holy name, Krishna is going to hear your prayers. And that's the nature of sadhu. Sadhu swabhav, the nature of sadhu. He think of welfare of everyone. Tasmin tushte jagat tushtam. So, I was already thinking, was reluctant to tell this. But now I'm opening up. We're going to chant 30 minutes Maha Mantra for these people who got affected. And we're going to make some preps and we're going to offer to Lord for those people. Requesting Him, please give blessings and take care of them. You're the real parents. So take care of your children. And we, as their friends. And some devotees, we're trying to offer our prayers and requests to benefit them. Some offerings. Whatever you're going to cook tomorrow, day after, some little more preps, like 5-6 preps, to please Krishna. He's happy with one tulsi leaf, but still. Yeah. Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Come. Huh? Yes.
Oh, Maharaj, it's also my Maharaj's birthday.
Today? Great. After singing, we're going to chant mantras.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.